warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kami dari syarikat Kul Bita Sendia Berhad akan menerangkan tentang Hvac System Installation Specification di Masjid Al-Munawwarah, session 28. Okey, diperkenalkan rakan-rakan saya, dan pertama sekali saya akan kenalkan diri saya sendiri, iaitu Ahmad Zafwan bin Abdul Manaf, dan rakan-rakan saya iaitu Muhammad Yusof bin Azizan, Muhammad Faris bin Sanusi, Muhammad Faris bin Muhammad Sanusi, Muhammad Nazim bin Cik Hassan, Mio Daniel bin Mio Syariman. Okey, General requirement. This standard specification cover the general technical requirement for the equipment, material, installation, testing, commissioning, and schedule maintenance of the air conditioning system for Masjid Al-Munawwarah, location in Shah Alam, Selangor. This requirement shall be read in conjunction with the document as specified below. Document shall mean the complete set of contract document, including the tender condition, tender qualification, the standard specification, and the detailed technical specification, include all drawing layout. Where reference is made to the contractor or subcontractor, that shall be read to mean a company or firm appointed to execute the contract specified in the specification. Where applicable, the builder or principal contractor shall be referred to as main contractor. Where reference is made to client, that shall be read to mean United Nations or UN. Where reference is made to engineer, it shall be read to mean Kulbital Group. Okay. Where brand or trade name are referred to in specification or bill of quantity, this shall indicate the quality and type of material or fitting required. No substitution of material so specified will be permitted unless the engineer approves. Quality refer to the value of the article, material, aspect or appearance, price. Performer refer to the output the article, economical use of the article, cost of maintenance, ease of maintenance, accessibility for maintenance. Standard specification. Unless otherwise specified in the design documentation, the following standard specification are included uh, a, a, amendments of the organization indicate shall form part of this specification. Kalau kita lihat dekat depan ni list-list akta daripada refrigeration system including plan associate with air conditioning system, room air conditioner and heat pump, the occupational health and safety, the application of national building. Okay, all loss, cost or expenditures and may arise as a result negligence to comply with any regulation applicable to this contract shall be for the contractor account. Materials and workmanship. All work is to be executed with material of the best quality and most sub- substantially under inspection and to the entire satisfaction of the engineer. All apparatus, all apparatus, component part, fitting, and material are supply and install. With the especially specific herein or not shall conform in respect of quality, manufacture, test and performance with the requirement of the appropriate current South African national standard atau boleh dikategorikan sebagai SAN. Okay. Or British Standard Specification ataupun dikenali sebagai BS and addenda to it aspect where otherwise required by this specification permit by approval to the engineer in writing. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All materials and workmanship which may, in the engineer's opinion, be inferior to that specified for the work will be condemned. All condemned material and workmanship must be replaced or rectified as the case may be to the engineer's satisfaction. No second-hand equipment of any description may be offered for supply or installation. If so required, the engineer may call for samples of material and equipment for approval. Such samples shall be submitted within 14 working days of the request, and, if judged necessary by the engineer, may only be written after completion of the installation to ensure that the quality of the installed product is the same as that of the approval sample. Any fitting or item of equipment not specifically mentioned but obviously necessary for the successful completion of the installation must be included to form a complete working installation. 1.3 Drawings. The tender drawings issued are schematic and do not necessarily support to show the exact position, size or details of equipment construction. Tenderers must be certify themselves that the equipment offered by them can be can be accommodated in the available space and positioned in such a way that access for maintenance, repairs, or removal is not obstructed. Next. Next. 1.4 Contractor's drawings. Where indicated in this specification, these drawings are to be prepared by the contractor at his expense per this document, and shall be on a scale equivalent that used on the design drawings. Position and size of refrigeration and condensate drain pipes through external walls or others, as indicated on the tender drawings, shall be added to as far as possible. Amendment will only be considered if absolutely and unavoidable. 1.4.1 Shop drawings. This shall be based on the design drawings and show in detail the construction of all the parts of the works, method of assembly where applicable, erection and construction, materials and connection, weldings, gaskets, sealant, fastenings, reinforcing, and all other necessary details. 1.4.2 As-built drawings and wiring diagrams. These are up-to-date approved drawings after the contract. Tenders should allow in their price for submitting to the engineer each of the up-to-date shop drawings and electrical drawings, together with the O&M manuals specified herein. Next. 1.4.3 Submission of contractor's drawings. Drawings shall be submitted to the engineer in orderly fashion, commencing within the following time limits or as determined by the main contractor's program (where applicable) and project magnitude. Number 1. Shop drawings within 6 weeks of tender acceptance. Number 2. As-built drawings at completion before first handover. By submitting drawings, the contractor represents that he or she has determined and verified all site measurements, site instruction criteria, materials, catalog numbers, and similar data. The contractor will do so and that he or she has checked and coordinate each of their drawings with the requirement of the works, including the contract documents, taking into account drawings of all other relevant disciplines. At the time of submission, the contractor shall inform the engineer in writing of any deviation in the contractor's drawing from the requirement of the original design documentation. After scrutiny, the engineer may, depending on the number of discrepancies, requirement amendment and resubmission before approval. Drawing shall be resubmitted until approved and before any portion of the work related to the drawing is commenced. Should the contractor during drawing amendment alter any portion of their drawing not explicitly required by the engineer, they shall point this out in writing when submitting the drawing. Approval of the contractor's drawing in no way indemnifies them from being responsible for the correctness of the drawings and satisfactory operation of the installation. If the tender wish to submit alternative proposals differing from the specified design, drawings indicating such proposal comprehensively shall be submitted with their tender. Next. Next. Okay. Site condition. By submitting a tender, is it accepted that the tender is fully aware of all site conditions as well as the access to it and has allowed for this in his or her tender price? It is the responsibility of the tender to visit the site during the tender phase and to familiarize themselves with conditions related. 4.6 Deviation from tender document. No deviation or alteration from that of the specification, the schedule or drawing shall be made without first obtaining the written approval from the engineer. 1.7 Programming of work. The contract shall proceed concurrently with the building renovation works. The contractor must program their work in conjunction with the main contractor. For direct contracts, the contractor shall submit a detailed program in the form of a budget or approved scheduling program based on the contract period. 1.8 Manufacturer's ratings. All equipment such as air conditioners or others shall be selected to be operated well within the manufacturer's rating. Equipment offers to use beyond this limit will not be considered. Tenders must submit manufacturer ratings of all equipment offered. Rating shall be given in the SI unit system, System Integrated Unit System. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, 2.0 technical requirements. 2.1 erection of equipment. Tenderer shall allow for a complete installation, including the provision of measuring equipment, precision level, and all other special or regular tools and equipment that may be needed to complete the entire installation per the specification and to the engineer's certification. However, the main contractor may provide some of the large equipment for all other subcontractors. The contractor will be responsible for any damage caused to the building, equipment, etc. during the erection of his equipment. 2.2 Noise and vibration control. Unless otherwise specified in the supplementary documentation, the design, manufacture, and installation of all the mechanical equipment shall be such that it ensure compliance with the relevant section of SANS 10103 of 2008, the measurement and the rating of environmental noise to annoyance and speech communication as amended. Any installation where the measured residual sound level exceed the maximum desired residual sound level as per SANS 10103 shall be recertified to comply with SANS 10103 at the contractor own expense. Next, 2.21 Vibration isolation. Proper provision shall be made in the foundation and mounting of all equipment capable of transmitting vibration force to its environment, whether local or remote as in the case with the pipe. For vibration isolation, selection of vibration isolation equipment and in particular mounting for equipment and machine shall be made with due regard to the forcing frequency of the driven machinery and the mounted natural resonant frequency of the device. In the case of installation of equipment on upper floor, suspended floor, roof, etc., it is of prime importance that floor stiffness, floor deflection, and natural frequency of the floor be taken into consideration to ensure the resonant condition cannot occur. 2.3 Air conditioning unit. Room type air conditioner shall be completely self-contained unit of the direct expansion unitary or split type design. This air conditioner shall be in accordance with SANS 1125 2004 with sound level not exceeding the value specified in the relevant SANS defined in its specification. Unless otherwise specified, room type air conditioner in the cooling mode shall be rated at 35 Celsius ambient dry bulb at the pressure onto the condenser 27 Celsius dry bulb and 90 Celsius wet bulb entering condition to the evaporator, all at the sea level with cooling capacity specified at this condition for reverse cycle heating. The rating shall be based on 7 Celsius ambient dry bulb and 6 Celsius wet bulb onto the outdoor coil with 21 Celsius dry bulb onto the indoor coil. And the indoor or outdoor unit shall be connected with insulated refrigerant piping, electrical wiring, interlocking control, and cabling. In addition, the provision shall be made in the unit designed to evaporate condensate from the condenser where it is applicable. Next. 2.4 Split type unit. Split type unit in short, unit shall consist of direct expansion indoor fan coil unit and separate remote externally located air cooled condensing unit. The indoor fan shall be wall-mounted and ceiling cassette-mounted type as specified. Gas piping is rated as specified, and wiring shall be installed in galvanized steel trunking throughout the for protection and painted as specified. 2.5 condensing unit. Condensing unit shall be of air-cooled type. They shall be completely self-contained unit with stainless steel or epoxide powder coated casing and cladding. Suitable for permanent outdoor use where required. Condensing unit shall be selected for a maximum compressor running operation of 8 hours per day. Condensing unit shall be of the heat pump inverter type. Condensing unit shall be suitable for operating with ambient wet bulb temperature as low as negative 10 Celsius and as high as 35 Celsius. 2.6 piping for the puffing, 2.6.1 refrigerant pipe. Refrigerant piping in critical application shall be supported on anti-vibration mounting. In addition, delivering suction piping and compressor and handling unit shall be provided with at least two braided flexible connections installed at 90 degrees and in close proximity of each other. Refrigerant pipe and equipment shall be tested with dry nitrogen with a small quantity of refrigerant for a period of 24 hours at a test pressure of 1.1 times the appropriate maximum working pressure in terms of SANS 0147 1978 or later. Cooperative for refrigerant and air conditioning installation using a sensitivity detector bubble test. A connection shall be inspected for leak. Next. 2.6.2 Condensate drain pipe. All air conditioning units shall be provided with condensate pipe and connected to the unit as per manufacturer recommendation. The contractor shall supply and install a condensate drain pipe required for the work. The drain line for individual air conditioning shall be trapped and have a minimum internal diameter of 50 mm, pipe diameter to match respective indoor and outdoor unit. Internal condensate drain line shall be PVC piping insulated with neoprene to prevent condensate dripping on ceiling tiles. 2.6.3 Pipe penetration through wall. Other non-constant with pipe penetration through wall be permitted where the pipe come in direct contact with the surrounding wall or structure. As such, penetration is required that a sleeve or 25 mm thick soft neoprene or other approved material be provided around the piping at the penetration where plastering is applied. Plastering shall be cut back to the outer edge of the sleeve. 2.6.4 Drain connection. All plumbing between equipment and drain pipe shall form part of the contract. The exact detail of drain point have been set out in the design documentation issue. The contractor shall liaise with the contract number in providing this point. Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
Oh, tak buka mic.
Hello.
Sorry. Yeah. 2.7 Air conditioning control. Control share of the same manufacturer and the air conditioner equipment. Control shall have be done following minimum functionality, functionality, manual on off, room temperature display, room temperature adjustment, cooling, heating selection. 3.0 Commissioning and testing. 3.1 Commissioning engineering. The tender shall allow is the have a tender price of the service of appointment and extend commissioning engineering. As many be applied for the and in individual specific section of his her content and can comprehend engineering in overall control of the installation. This and engineering shall carry out testing and commissioning. Shall unnecessary problem be acquired to her anytime. The controller might be equipment be the engineering of a bike. The service with a back in item and equipment and the controller will expand. 3.2 Notification on of testing and commissioning. The engineering shall recovery not less than 28 hour advance notice of any testing to be witnessed. 3.3 Failure of worksheet of commissioning test. Should the engineer be notified of that official test at latest down, and should the equipment fail the test for any reason, then it's over. Should the engineering is equipped the rewind the test, the time, transport, and statement by the engineer of so doing will be for the controller account, which amount may may be due at the point of the engineering for amounts due to the contractor. 3.4 Equipment testing of the equipment. The engineer give the right to average for testing and price of equipment at will to check and on complete with the release specification should be factored price of equipment past the test. The engineering will be the cost of the sub testing. However, short of the failed to test, the cost of the test, the respectation of the shortcomings, the testing and repetition of the same test on the remaining item will be here for the contractor account. Inspection during modification. The controller will evaluate the engineering with the item to be equipment in the course of modification, and the engineer respect to the right to inspect an item during to a right of manufacture and which the performance test the many be requirement the on the control shall give the engineer at least the 10 hand working day advance notice work test. Testing. The contractor shall be responsible for carrying out all tests will down to the respect section at least is in the document in appointment this less if any other design document issued to the contractor. Testing and balancing shall not begin out unit the system in complete and in full working order. B. The planning shall be testing and operation to omit the performance figured and doing specific all, all safety requirement in intro will the test the, the work will be them to be incomplete with all tests have been conducting successfully. Next. Oh, the contractor will be responded of the control issue in the testing included the supply albeit on the as of the installment and tool be not the water supply on power on site. Aduh, sorry. The contractor shall provide all instrument and test equipment as to be acquired complete and maintain in good working order all test instrument we for the test to is used by the engineer shall be provided with the celebrate creativity which must be available to the engineer. Specification in row the fact the celebrate will be equipment for the following witness ammeter, voltmeter, equipment meter, pressure gauge, flow meter, orifice plate, temperature gas, and dynamometer. On equipment shall be above standard grade and the test pressure with the shown expect uh, 150 150 millimeter in the diameter. The maximum show the instrument show not extend 1.5 time in the full time equipment. It is only the contractor involved and test all equipment before equipment and the engineer for inspect of the or, or with achievement test the region. All accepted tests within the manufacturing world or on-site must celebrate all the present test of the engineering. Should the engineer wish to average the celebrate and any instrument in control shall make the next engine to be calibrated by the recognizing Austria should the instrument provide to be country celebrate. The engineer will be the cost and the required calibration test should the instrument provide to be error. The cost of the test will be borne by the contractor. To cope of the compare test required shall be submission to the engineer before the first delivery of the project. The sponsor shall cover all the tests on the individual section include it short work test and conductor all report shall be neatly typed. Commissioning. Commissioning. The control shall carry of the test and commissioning the system installed by the in a condition and equipment organization manner. A conditioning installation shall be completed according to apply code of the requisition commissioning product of the code approved by the constructor. The testing product shall be successfully complete to provide the country function of the price of the equipment and the suitability of the application. Applicative. After all system and equipment have been testing and commissioned, the engineering station and the data demonstration of the function of the system shall be carried out the presence of the engineer and allow the be compared equipment with the system operation. The commission stage shall evaluate the test in down in the selection area in the full operation test in allow recognition in all mode in operation. The control shall allow for the repetition and cost in any material of you as the testing purpose in part of the control contact. The the homologation to the us shall ensure a repeat of the operation test about how the planning of the demonstration shall take place in collaboration with the engineering. Secondly, of complete will not be as to all testing have been satisfactorily complete in the plan have approached successfully the complete safety of the engineering. Ah, ganggu ni kereta eh. 348 performance performance tolerance. All performance figure about during testing and commissioning must do with 5%. The respective performer may give the design document show the plan file to comply with the finger of the be tested and operation for say 7 days. The contractor shall have the figure for 4 weeks to meet specification. After the 4 weeks, the engineer shall have the night the project to plan and recovery and money the contractor or for the project plan. Testing test certificate. The control show the equipment, the recovery test in report, material analysis, compare the security data requirement in the of the spec of by government light to inside the outlook location in the shall be provided beforehand over the site assembly of the installation with the apply to subscribe not available. Service access with equipment the installed above the system, the control show the access will be provided to maintenance purpose of the installation. Montreal Protocol. Tender for equipment utilizing follow okay, CFCS and HCSC to supply installation shall be with the control and the of the Montreal Protocol and the pushing agreement and page do my to be the instrument control with test submission for equipment not complying with the protocol and shall be inside with during in the tender submission. Uh, aku lagi. Thank you.
Okay, nama saya Miodenia Bmms Syariman. Now I will continue to presenting the slide. 4.0 Maintenance and Servicing. Unless otherwise specified, the contractor shall be responsible for all maintenance and servicing of the installation for the full 12 months guarantee period. During this period, the contractor shall make good any defect due to inferior materials or workmanship and maintain all plant and equipment in perfect operating condition. The contractor shall be entirely responsible for carrying out regular inspection at intervals not greater than one month, unless otherwise specified, and for fully servicing all installation components per the manufacturer instruction. For this purpose, the contractor shall prepare a detailed inspection and service report in the form of a checklist and log sheet showing all functions to be carried out at each inspection and service. Copies of the service report shall be regularly submitted to the engineer after each service. The contractor shall also maintain a system logbook on site in which he shall record, sign, and date all work carried out at each inspection and log all temperature, pressure reading. The contractor shall allow for all expendable material necessary for servicing, such as lubricating oils, grease, refrigerant, and cleaning materials. Okay, next. 4.1 Guarantee. The 24 months guarantee shall apply to all plant items such as condensers delivered to the site erected. It is the contractor's responsibility to negotiate with his supplier to secure their equipment guarantee on the basis. The guarantee shall cover all defects to the work and shall provide the replacement or repair of all components that become defective within the guarantee period. Consumable components are excluded from the guarantee. The acceptance date shall appear in the acceptance certificate issued by the engineer and shall define the start of the guarantee period and free maintenance period where applicable. No claims are for extended guarantee or otherwise from suppliers, principals, and others will be considered even if the equipment is required on site long before the acceptance date. 4.2 Operating Maintenance Section Wiring and Control Diagrams. The contractor shall prepare and supply comprehensive manual for the successful operation and maintenance of the installation. A manual draft shall be submitted to the engineer after commissioning for approval. The draft shall then be corrected if required, and 3 sets of the manual shall be submitted before the first acceptance of the plan. The manual in soft copy shall also be submitted to the engineer where available. Manual shall be prepared in the same language as the contract document unless otherwise required by the engineer. This manual shall be bound in hard file cover with clear titles and indices. 5.0 Training. The contractor shall provide a suitable and trained person to train the employer facility management in the correct operation and maintenance of the installation. Training shall include but not be limited to comprehensive theoretical and practical tuition with additional simulation to ensure that maintenance staff are fully conversant with the air conditioning system, equipment and components and its operation. Okay, next. Okay, ini adalah contoh bagi design project, iaitu projek di masjid. Okay, itu saja daripada saya. Sekian, terima kasih.
Okey, terima kasih kepada semua. Saya berharap projek yang akan datang yang company kami buat dapat sambutan yang amat menggembirakan dan dapat membanggakan dari segi sokongan pelanggan dan komitmen daripada pelanggan. Okey, sekian, terima kasih. Okey, mari kita tamatkan dengan tasbih kifarah dan surah Wal-As. Okey, sekian, terima kasih.
Sama-sama.